That's Dame. I gotta say, I hear some guys say something. I'm like, say some things. I say, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. Like, what the hell? Kurt Helin, Pro Basketball Talk joins us. What the hell is Portland gonna do to
I
put
can
a team around? Like, really? In a down year in the West, where everybody feels like they could win a championship, where some people think the Lakers could win a championship, and they're playing in the play-in game that you'll be at tonight, Kurt. What can Portland do when they can't do it this year? Tell me that. I don't get it.
I can tell you what they're thinking, and just remember what alternative medicines may be legal in that state. What they're thinking is they can package a like Shaedon Sharpe, Anthony Simons, this year's picks, some future picks. They want to take one swing at getting another star to put next to Lillard. They think that they have the pieces to get in the mix for pick your star who becomes available this summer, or it might be. They can't really get one via free agency. It's going to have to be trade or sign and trade. But they think that that's the plan. That they are where Lillard is internally. They want to take swings at this. They want to go big and try to win while he's there, not trade him off and tear this down. However, Michael, I'm with you on is that, I mean, I'll ask you too, is that really going to work?
No. My thing is this is my level of confusion, and I love Dame, like love him. There's a few athletes when it comes to the NBA that when you see that meme of like somebody screaming and says, what athlete gets you like that? Carmelo Anthony is one, Kobe Bryant's another, Iverson and Damian Lillard is one for me as well. I love him, but this doesn't make any sense to me. I'm very confused by he doesn't have an appetite to rebuild, or whatever the direct quote was that he said. What did you think was going to happen when you remained in Portland? Like, this was a team that was in disarray for multiple angles. Like, this was a team that needed to be rebuilt. Now, I understand your frustration in not wanting to go through that process again because you've done it so many times. That I completely understand. But that was also in your control to move away from, and you chose to take the money and stay loyal to Portland, which, again, not knocking. I'm a Dame fan. That's his decision. He's spoken about wanting to do things his way, all here for it. But with that comes the repercussions, and the repercussions of this is not a championship contender team. And yes, you can go ahead and maybe get a second, a Robin to your Batman, but what about everything else around you? Like, this is not an instant fix. So if you weren't in the appetite to rebuild and that doesn't interest you, you're in the wrong team. Like, this is not the team for you, Dame.
Yeah, doesn't it feel a little like that John Hamm meme of like, that's what the money is for, right? This is, you took the check, man.
So let me ask you this. I already mentioned it, Kurt Helin. Tonight you've got Lakers, Timberwolves, the fighting Timberwolves taking on the Lakers. Yeah, that's right. The fighting Wolves. That guy actually has a ring to it. It's better than Timberwolves. And so, who do you have in this game, Kurt? And let's say you have the Lakers. How far do you think they can go?
First off, I do have the Lakers. I pulled up I'm like, I've never watched the last time because these teams played at full strength just at the end of the March. I'm like, yeah, pull that game up and watch it. First thing I noticed, Jaden McDaniels has the LeBron assignment. Rudy Gobert has the Anthony Davis assignment. Neither of them are playing, obviously, because of the.
Wow.
They punched themselves out of this one. So, like,
right
now, I mean, now you're putting Cat on Anthony Davis, which just can mean a huge Anthony Davis night. Cat's just, I love him, but he's just not the same defender. He's not, and now you're asking him to do both ends. I think this could be a Lakers walk, and I think once they get into the playoffs, I've told you, Michael, I think they're dangerous in any given series. I'm not convinced they just may be too fragile. The margin for error may be too thin to string together like 3 good series in a row. But they get up against an undersized Memphis team without Steven Adams, without Brandon Clark. I mean, doesn't that reek of upset?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it depends on which version of Anthony Davis we get tonight. You know, LeBron's going to be LeBron always. Anthony Davis is the X factor. He's also the question mark. Which version do you get? One of the knocks against him this season is when Anthony Davis is on, he is unstoppable. He is one of the best. But when he is off, you feel it, and you feel it drastically. And the lack of consistency from him throughout this season is what makes you kind of say, yeah, I'm going with the Lakers because they have LeBron James, and the Timberwolves, you know, they're out Rudy Gobert and they're dealing with their own issues and things like that. So you're leaning towards the Lakers, but I would not be surprised if the Wolves steal this because Anthony Davis is unreliable. He is the X factor. You need him to give you more than 15 points. You need him to give you like he did against the Clippers with the 17. I need you to show up. I need a 20-plus point game from Anthony Davis. I need you on the boards. I need you running that offense. I need you to be Anthony Davis at your best. If not, you leave that door cracked for the Wolves to pull an upset.
Yeah. What did you think, Ashley?
Oh, Ashley nailed it. Ashley nailed it. He can't be 19-9. Like, he can't be good. Good isn't good enough for him on this team with this roster. Otherwise, I don't really want. I mean, the D'Angelo Russell revenge game. I don't know what else we're watching. Like,
yeah,
it's the Anthony Davis show. It's got to be the Anthony Davis show.
Ashley, I want to start with you and then get Kurt. I already mentioned the fighting Wolves. What did you think of that fight and the decision by the Wolves to suspend Rudy Gobert? Ashley first, then Kurt.
Okay, so I see it from both sides. On the Wolves side, I'm actually surprised they suspended him, knowing you have a play-in against the Lakers that's one and done. Now, it's not like he punched him in the face. He was, annoyed, or he was defending his character when his teammate called him a B word and he was fighting back and got into a little scuffle. Whatever, it happens, not that big of a deal. I would have fined him. I don't know if I would have suspended him heading into a play-in game. It's not like it's the regular season. It's not like you suspended him for the last game of the season. This is a one-and-done situation. You kind of need one of your big men out there. On the other side of it, he did it during a game. The camera caught him in 4K. To not suspend him, people would maybe looking at it like, so you just allow your teammates to like box each other on the sidelines during a game. So they may have been some pressure there. I don't know if I would have suspended him for this game. I just would have given him a hefty fine, but I don't know. You kind of want all systems to go when you're going on into a play-in situation. That's just me.
Funny thing is, I think they could have done, if Jaden McDaniels were healthy, I think they could have gotten away without having Gobert and been okay. For sure. In the series. He's more important to them in this game. But it turns out the Wall remains undefeated. So, Jaden McDaniels is out. The other thing, when I watched that Rudy Gobert punch about the 100th time I went through it, I was like, look, sitting next to the bench is Glenn Taylor, still the majority owner, even with my, A-Rod and everybody buying in. I wonder how much that played a role. I wonder how much having the owner,
good point,
very conservative kind of old owner sitting on the bench right next to it and going, no, we're suspending. We can't have this. We can't have this image. We can't have this perception of the club. I'm wondering how much that played into this.
It wasn't even a good punch, Michael. Like, first of all,
no, it wasn't.
Here's punching 101 for everybody watching this. I don't condone violence, but I'm going to school you real quick. If you throw a punch, okay, do not back up. Do not run away. There's multiple people in between you, first of all. It's not like he was going to be able to get to you. He was going to be stopped before he got to you. The fact that you threw a punch and didn't stand your ground and be like, yeah, I hit you, now what? And you ran away, like, you could have kept that to yourself or kept that in the locker room. That was unnecessary. We didn't need to see that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it was funny. It's funny. He blocks a punch. He's waiting for the crowd to come in and hold me back. He couldn't even say hold me back because nobody was around him. He had like all this space. He's backing up like, yeah, you better be glad everybody's holding me back. Nobody's holding you back, man. Like, you got all this space. It's like, it's not a good, nobody's closing out. There's nobody there for the closeout. Okay? You got the whole halo around you. It's nuts.
There weren't a lot of teammates rushing to his defense either, right? Like afterwards, he didn't have, it wasn't Draymond where a bunch of people like, well, that's not like Draymond. There wasn't this huge uprising for Rudy.
But see, I'm looking at it, and you guys are right. From the teammates' perspective, teammates pick sides, and you can tell they weren't on Rudy's side. But just from that word, from like a psychological, like a study, like a cultural study standpoint, we know that word. It's very interesting. Some women can say that about each other. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Men saying that about women, not cool. Women saying that about men, oh man, now we got a problem. She's saying something about you. But a man saying that about another man, oh hell no. Oh what? Like there's a lot, there are a lot of variations there. If this happens, then what? If this, then what? I don't know if that's what Rudy was going through. Real quick before we get you out of here, Kurt, who you got in the other game? The playoff Jimmy Butler over Atlanta? Or you got Atlanta over the Heat?
Heat have owned Atlanta going back to last year's playoffs. This is a team where they just match up better, and they have their number. And everything Atlanta did in the offseason, bringing in DeJounte Murray, hasn't mattered. It's just continued through this season. So I expect the Heat kind of easily. If there's a huge DeJounte Murray game, and Trae Young decides not to just hold on to the ball for 23 seconds, maybe. But the Heat. Man, playoff Jimmy Butler's real. Playoff Miami Heat are real, and they're going to bring it tonight.
Yeah, I agree. That's a team that I covered, the first professional team I ever covered, and that DNA is different. Pat Riley, Eric Spoelstra doing all sorts of Jedi mind tricks on them, and Jimmy Butler, the B stands for buckets. He's coming to play tonight. He's coming to win. So my money's on the Miami Heat, and I'm a Knicks fan. It's always screw the Hawks. We don't recognize them. So bye.
So I like it. First round in the East, you got Miami and Boston. Last year was the conference finals. This year it's the first round. And then in the West, the Lakers and Memphis. I can't wait. I think it'll happen like that. We'll see. We'll let the games play out, but I think it's going to go that way. Kurt Helin, always appreciate talking with you, my friend. We got a lot of basketball season has begun now, Kurt. Now we're in basketball season.
Now the fun starts. The fun stuff. Hey, no more load management. We can talk about something else, man.
That's right. Let's do it. Thank you, Kurt.
Take care.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.